If you want to know what it's like to live, work, and play on Galveston Bay, well, you're in the right place. People contact me every day who are relocating, ready to retire, looking for a vacation home or an investment property, and I love it. I love sharing my love of Galveston Bay with you. If you're ready to learn to live like you're on vacation every day, just stay tuned to the end of the video. My name is Sherry Hensley, and I'm a realtor living and working on Galveston Bay. Today, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of living on the village of Tiki Island, Texas. The village of Tiki Island is located just 5 miles west of Galveston, Texas, and about 45 miles southeast of Houston, Texas. The village of Tiki Island is a largely man-made peninsula. In the 1960s, developers dug canals and used the fill to elevate the land to between 4 and 10 feet above sea level. The island was incorporated as a village in 1982 and is home to over 1,000 affluent retirees or second homeowners. As with a share of the homes on Galveston Bay, the village of Tiki Island was developed largely as a small fishing camp. But today, the village of Tiki Island has grown into a beautiful waterfront golf cart resort-style community. The village of Tiki Island has its own police department, fire department, and city government. The village of Tiki Island is small, generally speaking, and friendly. The village of Tiki Island is conveniently located with access to Jones Bay, Galveston Bay, Offutt's Bayou, and the Intercoastal Canal. This provides great saltwater fishing for flounder, snapper, redfish, and trout. Residents also enjoy kayaking, jet skiing, and boating. The streets on the village of Tiki Island have a Polynesian theme. Think bamboo, castaway, Bora Bora, coconut, diamond head, leilani, lotus, mango, outrigger, paradise, and portugal. The amazing location, the friendly vibe, coupled with the relaxing bayside scenery and those amazing sunsets, makes living on the village of Tiki Island like being on vacation every day. The village of Tiki Island has an active homeowners association, the Village of Tiki Island Civic Association, TICA, and an architectural control committee. Deed restrictions are enforced. For deed restrictions and other helpful information, please visit the association's website at villageoftikiisland.gov. The village of Tiki Island also has a public park, a pavilion, a tennis and pickleball court, chapel, garden club, sewing club, golf cart rallies, boat parades, cook-offs, and fishing tournaments. 4th of July is celebrated with passion and patriotism, and it's evident with the colorful red, white, and blues on boats, golf carts, and homes. Boat parades, golf cart parades show a true sense of community that patriotism is truly alive on the village of Tiki Island. Other retail amenities include a convenience store with gas, a bait shop, an RV park, a golf cart repair shop, and a boat repair shop. Bubba's Tiki Island is a popular spot for locals, whether it's for food, cocktails, or live music. Bubba's offers nightly specials including steak night and seasonal seafood specials. Bubba's Tiki Island also has a loyal local bar clientele year-round. All of the homes on the village of Tiki Island are built on canals. The homes are spacious, averaging well over 2,500 square feet. The homes are traditional and modern architecture with hardy plank, brick, composition clay tile, and metal roofs. Prices range from the $650s to over $2 million. Concrete bulkheads, wide streets, and large, lush tropical yards make this community a beautiful paradise close to everything. The village of Tiki Island offers beautiful canal views or amazing views of the bay. This upscale waterfront community has endless possibilities with larger lots accommodating double boathouses, pools, and gardens. We experience some wicked weather on the coast. Temps are mild December to April, and it's generally humid. Really humid and hot in the summer months in southeast Texas. We really don't have 4 seasons. From June till November, we all keep a watchful eye on weather and the NOAA maps to track hurricanes. We prepare. We have an evacuation plan, a bag that includes important documents, insurance policies, medicines, changes of clothes, toiletries, dog beds, dog food, and their medicines. We keep our properties insured year-round, including flood insurance, windstorm insurance, and hazard insurance. We keep our gas tanks full. We keep a 2 to 3 week stock of our meds and supplements. We keep cases of bottled water on hand and enough non-perishable food to last 2 to 3 weeks. If a storm does move into the Gulf, we remove all loose items from outside, around, and under our homes because in a hurricane-force winds, those items become missiles. We raise and secure boats, trailer up golf carts and boats if you need to, and pack our valuables for a possible evacuation. We check on our neighbors and weekenders' homes to make sure that we're all safe. Our homes are built on stilts to avoid the hazards of being ground level in a flood event. With that being said, we do enjoy living on the coast 24/7, but we all have a healthy respect for Mother Nature. Did I mention the heat and 100% humidity? It's hot, really hot and humid. Did I mention sticky? It's hot and sticky. We stay hydrated and take breaks in the shade if we're outside. We limit strenuous outdoor activities during the heat of the day. We have fog, lots of fog from January to Marchish. Everything gets wet and everything, yes, everything mildews. Everything, yes, everything rusts down here too. A word of advice, if your item comes in stainless steel, go ahead and purchase the stainless steel option. Everything rusts. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button and click the little bell. You'll be notified every week about my new videos on what it's like to live, work, and play on Galveston Bay. Do you have a comment or question about real estate or living on the Gulf Coast? Maybe an area or topic you want me to cover? Comment below. We do live on the Gulf Coast, and if you have a mortgage, your lender may require you to have windstorm, flood, and hazard if you're in a high-risk or flood area or a coastal county. Flood coverage is based on many factors: your proximity to flood areas, the height of your structure, previous claims, age, condition, and construction. Reach out to your insurance professional for more details to address your specific needs. Your lender will require flood and windstorm and hazard, but honestly, I'd recommend all three regardless if you're in a coastal county. Although we don't see hurricanes land every year, if it hits west of us, we're probably going to get a lot of rain. That's when we may experience a flood event. Galveston has had her fair share of storms: 1900, 1915, Carla in 61, and Ike in 2008. We were spared with Harvey in 2019 with just some minor flooding here. Galveston County was voted best in the state for outdoor activities. No wonder saltwater fishermen love Galveston Bay. The village of Tiki Island offers easy access to Jones Lake, Intercoastal, and Galveston Bay. Whether you prefer bay fishing or offshore fishing, no matter if you're a novice or a competitive tournament fisherman, you'll find the village of Tiki Island may be perfect for you. Oh goodness, I realize it's a necessity, but these propane tanks are not attractive. It really takes away from the curb appeal in my opinion, but this negative is one that many residents seem to mostly overcome by putting bushes and landscaping to disguise. This is probably one of the real only negatives for me personally. There is so much to do just over the causeway. For starters, Galveston Island offers over 25 miles of beaches. For surfing, sunning, kayaking, or just taking your pups for a run along the beach. Galveston is rich in history and architecture. When it comes to immigration history, Ellis Island is known as a port of entry to the U.S., but before Ellis Island opened in 1892, hundreds of thousands of immigrants passed through the port of Galveston. Many immigrants arrived from the 1840s to the 1920s. Galveston was also once known as the Wall Street of the South. Indians, pirates, cotton, immigrants, yellow fever, architecture, slavery, wars, hurricanes, gambling, bootlegging, and the mafia. Galveston is a great place to explore history. Galveston is a superb spot to explore architecture too. The historic East End, the Strand, and downtown Galveston offer beautiful examples of commercial cast iron architecture. Of all the buildings on the Strand downtown, my favorite by far has got to be the grand 1894 Opera House. The cast iron work is beautiful. The venue is picturesque and well worth a small admission to tour. The Silk Stocking District offers fine examples of Victorian architecture. Galveston has one of the largest concentrations of Victorian architecture in the country. And let me tell you, the Bishop's Palace on Broadway is absolutely one of my favorites. Nicholas J. Clayton is an architect, and you'll see his work throughout Galveston. But this by far is my favorite. This is one of the finest examples of residential architecture on the island. The design, the tile, the marble, the ornate and rich detail of the woodwork, the chandeliers and hardware. There's a Catholic chapel with stained glass and pews, al frescoes of painted angels on the ceiling. It's truly a Nicholas J. Clayton masterpiece. Check out my other videos and learn how to live like you're on vacation every day. Mosquitoes, flies, fruit flies, fire ants, bees, wasps, yellow jackets, roaches, fleas, ticks, spiders, chiggers, centipedes, millipedes, scorpions, crickets, cicadas, gnats, mosquito eaters, June bugs, kissing bugs, bed bugs, stink bugs, chink bugs, ladybugs, and doodle bugs. Oh goodness, and lightning bugs. Welcome to Texas, y'all. Seriously. We use exterminators and misting systems, foggers, and sprays. There are companies who will maintain and service throughout the year and others who will install misting systems and scheduled maintenance. Definitely worth checking into anywhere in Texas. Word to the wise though, don't let standing water sit anywhere on your property. Turn over buckets, empty flower pots. Any place that collects water is a potential breeding ground for mosquitoes. If you're looking to retire, buy an investment property, or relocate to Galveston Bay with a bayfront or canal front home, the village of Tiki Island may be perfect for you. This 1.5 square mile peninsula village is perfect for fishermen and lovers of the Gulf Coast. You really can live like you're on vacation every day on the village of Tiki Island. Property taxes are higher here, but we don't have a state income tax, and that brings a lot of people to the great state of Texas. If you're used to big city traffic like Houston, Dallas, Austin, or San Antonio, you know bumper to bumper 24/7 construction, wrecks, and stalls. This is where it ends. The village of Tiki Island has less than 2,000 people in population. Now you may experience some traffic going to Galveston or Houston via I-45, depending on the time of year, events on the island, or during TxDOT's construction on I-45 to improve and widen down to the island. But just forget about it if you're expecting that never-ending standstill, brutal big city Houston traffic. I just want to give you one bit of advice that's really important. If you hear nothing else in this video, please hear this. Whenever you go over the causeway into Galveston, when you hit the seawall, you have literally hit the end of the road. You need to go to the left or the right. If you don't, you're going to be over the seawall and on the beach. It happens during tourist season and it causes backups on the seawall, but more importantly, a huge inconvenience for that poor soul down below. Just remember this, left or right on the seawall. Galveston is about 25 miles long and up to 3 miles wide. You're going to find that seawall eventually. If you do visit Galveston Island and you plan to go out on the beach and get in the water, you should be sure to check the flags to see how rough the water is that day. You really have to be careful. Should you find yourself in a rip current, remain calm, keep your head above water, and tread. If you're a good swimmer, you'll want to swim parallel to shore and let the waves push you back in. Now that surf is really strong. You can stand up in a rip current and be fine, but what happens with a rip current is you don't realize you're in it. The next thing you know, you're 300 yards offshore, and that's when the panic sets in. That's when people drown. Lifeguards have had a few rescues in recent weeks. If you do plan to visit Galveston, the easiest way to know if the water is safe is to pay attention to the flags along the seawall. You should treat them like a light at an intersection. It's easy to remember too. Green flags indicate conditions are calm. Swim with care. Yellow flags indicate caution should be used when entering any body of water. This flag is flown under normal conditions to remind swimmers to stay alert. Red flags indicate conditions are determined to be out of the ordinary. Think strong winds, strong currents, or large surf. Adult swimmers should stay in water no higher than waist deep, and non-swimmers and children should be kept along the surf line. There are 2 other flags, and they're not used often. The purple flag indicates a potential problem with jellyfish, Portuguese man-o-war, stingrays, or other marine life that could be a hazard for swimmers. Orange flags indicate there's an environmental warning for air, water quality. Orange and purple flags will be used in combination with the 3 other flags. If you do see a red flag or purple or orange flag with any other color, the best thing to do is stay out of the water. If you like the video, please like, hit the subscribe, and click the little bell, and you'll be notified every week about my new videos on what it's like to live, work, and play on Galveston Bay. Do you have a comment or a question? Maybe an area or a topic you want me to cover? Comment below. Galveston offers a wide variety of entertainment. Festivals, concerts, theater, nightlife, and restaurants. One of my favorite events in Galveston is Art Walk, happening 8 times a year. Artist work is displayed all along the Strand, while shopkeepers offer free wine and hors d'oeuvres, as musicians play on the sidewalk and art lovers nosh, sip, shop, and stroll. Bars are lively and picking back up with live music, and diners are out once again enjoying life. Galveston cruise ships started sailing to the Caribbean this July 4th weekend, with a second ship set to set sail mid-July 2021. 2 new ports are in the works, which will provide 2 additional ships sailing out of the port of Galveston. Galveston offers an array of dining, casual to upscale. One of my favorites is the Saltwater Grill on Post Office, across from the Grand 1894 Opera House. The restaurant is small, but it has a wonderful ambiance and knowledgeable, attentive service. A popular spot for dinner or drinks before or after a show at the Grand 1894 Opera House. We love the entire experience here. The bread is warm and the butter's whipped. I always have the seafood fondue, and it's a must when I'm here. An amazing selection of beautifully plated food. There are a broad range of bars beachside to rooftop on the island, Moody Gardens Golf Course, entertainment complexes, museums, restaurants, live theaters, concerts, and festivals. Galveston has entertainment options for everyone year-round. The water is usually brown in and around Galveston Island. The sediment pushed down from the mighty Mississippi River and other materials suspended in the water causes the brown water. It isn't unhealthy, but the blue water is always a treat. The shifting of winds and cooler temperatures by Southeast Texas summer standards is hailed with creating a much bluer water for beachgoers. But wait, don't get too excited now. It's not going to last long. The blue water comes back on rare occasion, and locals consider it a rare treat for those dog days of summer. Some locals have compared it to a sighting of a meteor. Okay. We all know that stunning blue water in Galveston may not be quite as rare as a sighting of a meteor, but anyone who visits Galveston frequently knows that blue water is not one of our major attractions. In fact, when the blue water does appear off Galveston Island, it creates quite a buzz. The stunning blue water is picture perfect and has Texans making plans for a swift escape to get a glimpse. The blue water only lasts a few days before the wind shifts and a new influx of sediment from the mighty Mississippi River comes down and the brown water returns. Seriously, if you're looking for sugary white sand beaches with clear blue water, just stop watching now. Locals and tourists alike look for a convenient, fun escape from the hustle bustle, stress, and traffic. Just 50 miles southeast of Houston, people fall in love with the simplicity and fun of this Texas Gulf Coast Barrier Reef Island. They look forward to returning year after year and making memories with family and friends to last a lifetime. Now, the beach really isn't that bad. I know, this doesn't sound like a ringing endorsement, but please just hear me out. Like so many other things in life, it's all a matter of perspective and expectation. I love the Texas Gulf Coast. The village of Tiki Island has beautiful homes, lush tropical gardens, and easy access to the bay and intercoastal canal. The bay is a special place with a living coastline, salt marsh, and an abundance of wildlife. Galveston Bay is also a popular saltwater fishing destination. The sunsets on the Gulf Coast are beautiful. The sea breezes are welcoming and refreshing, especially on the hottest days of summer. The convenience factor is always a win for locals and tourists alike. Getting down to Galveston and the village of Tiki Island is easy. There's no expensive flights, no long, tiring 20-hour trips. The village of Tiki Island is a win-win for everyone. In my opinion, the convenience factor makes up for any perceived shortcomings people may have about the Texas Gulf Coast. The village of Tiki Island's close proximity makes spontaneous trips a breeze. Whether you're going to live here full-time, just for the summer, or stress-relieving weekend getaways, the village of Tiki Island is a great option. The best of both worlds, really, with such close proximity to Galveston and Houston's extensive entertainment, from theaters to major league sports and dining amenities. Galveston's peak tourist season runs May through September, the busiest months being June and July. Off-peak season allows locals to enjoy the Queen of the Gulf and experience less tourists. I enjoy making that short drive over the causeway to Galveston year-round, but especially off-season. The cooler temperatures are welcoming. Sitting on the beach with a sweatshirt, a good book, a chair, and an umbrella is one of my favorite ways to unwind and recharge off-season. Shopping on the Strand and having a wonderful meal with friends without a long wait is pure bonus. Historic home tours, Lone Star Rally, Mardi Gras, Dickens on the Strand, and festivals galore. Galveston offers so much to see and do for all ages year-round. Moody Gardens is a fabulous, entertaining theme park complex offering invigorating attractions, zip lines. The aquarium is my personal favorite, along with the pyramids and Palm Beach, an exhilarating water park. Oh, and don't forget the Discovery Museum. The recently renovated Moody Gardens Golf Course is a first-class public course managed by Moody Gardens and named one of the top courses in the state. The course is designed with paspalum turf, a warm season grass perfect for tropical and subtropical seaside courses. Golfers say it provides an outstanding playing surface with incredible views of Offutt's Bayou. Schlitterbahn is an exciting water theme park with more than 30 adventure-filled rides and attractions. It's a fun way to beat the heat. Now I ask, what seaside town would be complete without a boardwalk amusement park? Well, Galveston offers the Pleasure Pier. The Pleasure Pier has an entertaining mix of dining, think Bubba Gump's, carnival attractions, carousels, and thrill-seeking rides, all perched over the Gulf for terrific views. Well, there you have it. Do the pros outweigh the cons of living on the village of Tiki Island? Are you ready to live like you're on vacation every day? I hope you found some great information in this video and that you'll check out my other videos and learn how to live like you're on vacation every day. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button and click the little bell. You'll be notified every week about my new videos on what it's like to live, work, and play on Galveston Bay. I'd love to hear your comments below. Now, I know you like the video because you're still here. I want to give you my free Galveston Bay relocation guide. Just click on the link below. It'll take you to my site. There, you can download my free Galveston Bay relocation guide and register for real-time property listings, along with tips, tricks, and other helpful information about everything real estate. Till next time,